Hello YouTube and welcome. In this video I would like to do with you the unboxing of this new pack from Magic the Gathering, the Duel decks. So this one, it is the Elves versus Inventors. So as you know, this is the new and last Duel decks that Magic the Gathering is going to release. So back of this package we get the follow: Woodland Warriors versus Ingenious Machinists. Gather a massive clan of elves bent of demolishing and mechanical threats, or assemble a squad of inventors dedicated to unleash the potential of destruction gadgets. Grab a friend and battle with these ready-to-play decks. So this package contains two 60-card decks, 10 tokens, 2 decks box, strategy insert, a quick magic reference card, and 2 spin downs life counters. So let's see what we can get from this one. So here is the quick reference card. Here we have the boxes for these two decks. So this one for the Inventors and this one for the Elves. Great image, this one. Really nice. So this one should be the strategy for these two decks, and we have the deck lists, a little of the story, and in the other side more story and really nice art. Put it here. Here we have the two spin dice, one white and another red. These come random. Here is the foiled card for the elves and the foiled card for the inventors. And here is the decks that we're going to use it in this dual deck. So maybe I'm going to open this one first, the Inventors. So this one starts with Goblin Weather, 1 drop. Tap it, choose a target artifact a player controls and target artifact card in that player's graveyard. If both targets are still legal as this ability resolves, that player simultaneously sacrifices the artifact and returns the artifact card to the battlefield. And it is a 1/1. Pia and Karen Nalar, 4 drops. When Pia and Kira Nalar enters in the battlefield, create a 2/1/1 colorless daughter artifact creature tokens with flying. And for 3, sacrifice an artifact. Pia and Kira Nalar deals 2 damage to any target. And it is a 2/2. Interesting card, this one. And we get 2 of these. Darksteel Plate, 3 drops, is indestructible. Equipped creature has indestructible, and the equipped cost is 2. Mirror Battlesphere, 7 drops. When Mirror Battlespheres enters in the battlefield, create 4 1/1 colorless Mirror Artifact creature tokens. Whenever Mirror Battlesphere attacks, you may tap X untap Mirror you control. If you do, Mere Battlesphere gets plus X plus 0 until the end of the turn and deals X damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Nice card this one. And it is a 4/7. Ooh, great image this one. Scuttling Doom Engine, 6 drops. Scuttling Doom Engine can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. When Scuttling Doom Engine dies, it deals 6 damage to target opponent or planeswalker, and it is a 6/6. Nice card. Solemn Simulacrum, 4 drops. When Solemn Simulacrum enters in the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that card in the battlefield, tap it, then shuffle your library. When Solomon Simulacrum dies, you may draw a card, and it is a 2/2. Topter Assembler, 6 drops. It has flying at the beginning of your upkeep if you control no Topters other than Topter Assembly. Return Topter Assembly to his owner hand and create 5 1/1 colorless Topter artifact creature tokens with flying, and it is a 5/5. Interesting card this one. Here we have Temple of Epiphany. He enters the battlefield, tap it. When Temple of Epiphany enters the battlefield, scry 1 and tap it for add an island or a mountain. Shivan Reef, tap it for a colorless or tap it for an island or a mountain, and it deals 1 damage to you. Ethereum Sculptor, 2 drops. Artifacts, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and it is a 1/2. Girapur Gearcrafter, 3 drops. When enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless Topter artifact creature token with flying, and it is a 2/1. Fairy Mechanist, 4 drops. He has flying. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, and it is a 2/2. And we have 2 of them. Trinket Mage, 3 drops. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 1 or less, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library, and it is a 2/2. Riddlesmith, 2 drops. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card, and it is a 2/1. Really nice card, this one. Treasure Mage, 3 drops. When it enters in the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 6 or greater. Reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your library, and it is a 2/2. Trophy Mage, 3 drops. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 3. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library, and it is a 2/2. Wireless Rogue, 4 drops. When it enters in the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless Topter artifact creatures tokens with flying. Tap 2 untap artifacts you control. Target creature can be blocked this turn, and it is a 2/2. Ethereum Sculptor, 2 drops. Artifact spells to cast cost 1 less to cast, and it is a 1/2. Barrage Ogre, 5 drops. Tap it, sacrifice an artifact. Barrage Ogre deals 2 damage to any target, and it is a 3/3. This one should be very interesting in this deck. Maverick Topterist, 5 drops. He has Improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tapped after you done activating mana ability pays for 1 colorless. When enters the battlefield, create two 1/1 colorless top-tier artifact creatures tokens with flying, and it is a 2/2. Reclusive Artificer. For drops, he has haste. When enters the battlefield, you may have it deal damage to target creature equal to the number of artifacts you control, and it is a 2/3. This one should be very nasty in this deck. Casting in the right moment. Icor Wellspring, 2 drops. When enters the battlefield or it's put in the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. And we have 2 of them. Inventors Googles, 1 drop. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach Inventors Google to it. And it has a equipped cost of 2. Miko Smith Wellspring, 2 drops. When enters the battlefield or is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. 2 of them. Myra's Sire, 2 drops. When dies, create a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token, and it is a 1/1. New Rock Replica, 3 drops. For 2, sacrifice New Rock Replica, return target creature to his owner hand, and it is a 1/4. Pyrite Spellbomb, 1 drop. For 1 mountain, sacrifice it. It deals 2 damage to any target. For 1 colorless, sacrifice Pyrite Spellbomb and draw a card. Filigree Familiar, 3 drops. When enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. When Filigree Familiar dies, draw a card, and it is a 2/2. And we have 2 of them. Voyage Staff, 1 drop. For 2, sacrifice Voyager Staff, exile target creature. Return the exiled card to the battlefield under his owner control at the beginning of the next end step. Here is the basic lands, islands. Mountains. We have here an artifact land. Great Furnace. Tap it for 1 mountain. Steed of the Synod. Tap it for an island, another artifact land. Swiftwater Cliffs. He enters in the battlefield, tap it. When enters in the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Tap it for an island or a mountain. And we get 2 of them. Darksteel Citadel. He has Indestructible. Tap it for 1 colors. Nice image, this one. Foundry of the Consuls. Tap it for a colors. 5 tap it, sacrifice Foundry of the Consuls, create 2 1/1 colorless top-tier artifact creature tokens with flying. Pyrexia's Core. Tap it for a colorless. For 1 tap it, sacrifice an artifact, you gain 1 life. Artificer's Epiphany, 3 drops, draw 2 cards. If you control no artifacts, discard a card. Interesting card in this deck, definitely. Galvanic Blast, 1 drop. Galvanic Blast deals 2 damage to any target. He has Metalcraft. Galvanic Blast deals 4 damage to permanent or a player instead if you control 3 or more artifacts. And we have 2 of them. Welding Sparks, 3 drops. Welding Sparks deals X damage to target creature, where X is 3 plus the number of artifacts you control. Nasty card, this one. Shrapnel Blast, 2 drops. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact. Shrapnel Blast deals 5 damage to any target. And here we have the tokens and are all Topters with 2 different arts. So Topters with flying and 1/1. So this is the side of the Inventors. Some interesting cards definitely, especially working with artifacts. So now let's see the elf side. And starts with Azuri Renegade Leader, 3 drops. For 1 forest, regenerate another target elf. And for 5, elf creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until the end of the turn. And it is a 2/2. A very well known card. Divine Guild Leaf Dian. 4 drops. He has reach. Other elf creatures you control gets +1/+1. Whenever he attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacking elf you control, and it is a 3/4, and it is a great card. This one is a great card. Elvish Archdruid, 3 drops. Other elf creatures you control get +1/+1. Tap it, add 1 forest for each elf you control, and it is a 2/2. Another great card. Gladeheart Cavalry, 7 drops. When enters the battlefield, support 6. Put a +1/+1 counter on each up to 6 other target creatures. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, you gain 2 life, and it is a 6/6. Interesting card, this one. Regal Force, 7 drops. When enters the battlefield, draw a card for each green creature you control. It is a 5/5. Another crazy card in this deck. Sylvan Advocate, 2 drops. He has Vigilance. As long as you control 6 or more lands, Sylvan Advocate and land creatures you control get +2/+2. And it is a 2/3. Crazy card, this one. And we have 2 of them. Talara's Battalion, 2 drops. Cast this spell only if you cast another green spell this turn. He has Trample, and it is a 4/3. Yeva Nature's Herald, 4 drops. He has Flash. You may cast green creature spell as though they have Flash, and it is a 4/4. Great card, this one. Oran Reef of the Vast Woods. Enters the battlefield, tap it for 1 forest, or tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on each green creature that enters in the battlefield this turn. Crazy. Elvish Aberration, 6 drops. Tap it for add 3 forests. He has forest cycling for 2, and it is a 4/3. Elvish Branch Bender, 3 drops. Tap it until the end of the turn. Target first become an XX 3/4 creature in addition to the other types, where X is the number of elves you control, and it is a 2/2. This one could be a great card also. Fierce Impart, 3 drops. When enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with a converted mana cost 6 or greater. Reveal it, you put it in your hand, then shuffle your library, and it is a 1/1. Elvish Mythic, 1 drop. Tap it for 1 forest, and it is a 1/1. And very well known cards. And we have 2 of them. Elvish Vanguard, 2 drops. Whenever another elf enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Elvish Vanguard, and it is a 1/1. This one could be a great card also. Azuri's Archer, 1 drop. He has reach. Whenever Azuri Archers blocks a creature with flying end of the turn, and it is a 1/2. And we have 2 of them. Elvish Branch Bender, 3 drops. Tap it until the end of the turn. Target forest becomes an X 3/4 creature in addition to the other types, where X is the number of elves you control. And it is a 2/2. So I think we already have, yes, one of them. So this is the second card. Ivy Lane Denizen, 4 drops. Whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and it is a 2/3. You get 2 of them. Crossan Tusker, 7 drops. He has Cyclone Force 3. When you cycle this card, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle your library, and it is a 6/5. Kujar Seed Sculptor, 2 drops. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and it is a 1/2. Leaf Gilder, 2 drops. Tap it for add a forest, and it is a 2/1. And we get 2 of them. Llanowar Empath, 4 drops. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2, then reveal the top card of your library. If it is a creature card, put it in your hand, and it is a 2/2. Wild-Heart Invoker, 4 drops. For 8, target creature gets +5/+5 and gains trample until the end of the turn, and that is a 4/3. And great image, this one. Dwine's Elite, 2 drops. When it enters the battlefield, if you control another elf, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token, and it is a 2/2. And we have 2 of them. Jagged Scar Archers, 3 drops. Jagged Scar Archers' power and toughness are each equal to the number of elves you control. Tap it, Jagged Scar Archers deal damage equal to his power to target creature with flying. This one could be, in this deck, a really great card. And we have 2 of them. Viridian Shaman, 3 drops. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact. A 2/2. Should be a very important card against the Inventors deck. So here we have some basic forests. Here we have Tranquil Ticket. He enters the battlefield, tap it for 1 forest, and he has a cycling for 1. And we have 2 of them. Treetop Village. He enters the battlefield, tap it for 1 forest, and for 2, Treetop Village becomes a 3/3 green apple creature with trample until the end of the turn. It's still a land. We have 2 of them. Beat the Stampede, 3 drops. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Naturalize, 2 drops. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very well known card. Nature's Way, 2 drops. Target creature control gains vigilance and trample until the end of the turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. and he have two of them. Nisa's Judgment, 5 drops. He has a support 2, put a +1/+1 counter on each up to 2 target creatures. Choose up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it deals damage equal to its power to that creature. Could be interesting, this one. Two of them. And now we have more tokens and crazy. So these 4, the mirrors, should be the rest of the tokens for the inventors. Somehow it's this side. So they are mirrors, artifact creatures 1/1. And for the elves, we only get one, a wealth warrior token 1/1. Strange. So in tokens, for the elves, we only get one of them, and we get 9 tokens for the inventors. So I must announce right away that one of the main reasons that I bought this package is because of the elves. So I think this is a good starting point to start building a elf commander deck. So I'm going to use it, Azuri, the renegade leader, as my commander. So after playing around with these decks, this is going to be the future of this deck, at least the starting point of the creation of the elf commander deck. In the way, this is a sad video. It is the last dual deck that Magic the Gathering is going to put out for the market. At least is what they announce. So we're going to also to get a new product, um, the modern decks, 5 of them. I don't know if I'm going to get one or two to try it, but for now this is what I get to share with you. So I hope you like it, you enjoy it, and until the next time, see you.